Hello, all you good boys and girls out there on Twitch and on YouTube. Well, at least I hope you've been good because I'm here to deliver your Christmas present early. Yeah, I realize it's a little early for the Twitch people to be wearing this, but, by the time it comes out on YouTube, it'll make sense because it'll be Christmas week. So, you're like, oh yes, I have been such a good boy and or girl. What is my present? Well, let me introduce you. Uh-oh. They, make sure OBS sees the screen. Because there we go. That's going to be a problem if OBS doesn't actually start recording it. So let me try that again. Let me introduce you to... an André Luiz Silva production. Donkey Kong Country, the Trilogy. Definitive Edition 2.1. So, first of all, I guess I'll continue on, but shout-outs first to Hardcore Boyish for the recommendation. We've taken a lot of fan games and hacks, and they've been good so far, so... Oh, I forgot, yeah, there's this little scene first. Revenge! I want revenge! Hello, K-Rool. Mr. Cruel. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. I played, the first, 5 seconds of it just to make sure that I could get my controller working and all that stuff, so... yeah, if you're wondering, what is Donkey Kong Country, the Trilogy, Definitive Edition 2.1, all that stuff? Basically, this guy, André, has created a game that is a combination of all 3 original Donkey Kong Country games. And by which I mean, it's not just he's taking levels from the first one. It's mechanics from all 3 games smooshed into one. And I'm excited to play. It looks very interesting. I watched the trailer. My Santa hat keeps falling off, though that's neither here nor there. Okay, there you go. There's the controls, so... yeah, as I say, you can play with a Super Nintendo controller, which of course we're gonna do, but, if you don't have one, you can play it on keyboard, too. Change the Kong colors, that's kind of cool. And, yeah, just in case, we know that the game has minor bugs, but be aware that it's really hard to fix them. Be kind and try not to focus on that, which is only 1% of the game. Value the other 99% hits. From everything I've seen with the trailers of this game, first of all, you know me. I try to look at the nice side of everything anyways. Even Donkey Kong Country 2 The Lost Levels ROM hack, which was probably the worst that we've played because it had a hard lock in it, I still had fun playing it for the most part, right? And I was like, this game's really good, except in other... So don't worry, André, we'll focus on the good stuff. That's what I do. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is the new, world that this game takes place in, Donkey Kong Valley. And it's beautiful. Look at this. It's it has that same style of, the old, just kind of a bunch of, zones mushed together. But, 3D animated, and it's, not... let's be fair, some people don't really know how to do 3D this is not janky or anything. It's smooth animation, and it looks really nice. And then you're like, okay, let's go into the first area, and it looks even nicer. Look at that. And I don't know, it's... I mean, I guess it helps that, the original Donkey Kong Country, right, was, a pioneer because, instead of having sprites for Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong and stuff, they use 3D models, so, it blends well. Because, that's the original Donkey Kong. Maybe it's cleaned up a little bit, but, oh, it's so gorgeous looking already. Okay, this is about as far as I've played. So when I'm talking about stuff what is this game? It's a mixture of all 3. But it's not just the same levels. So, mechanically what I mean is that it's a mixture of all 3 games. So for instance, we're here as Donkey Kong. It looks very similar to a Donkey Kong Country intro, right? And yet you can tell right away, if this DK barrel, we got Kiddy Kong instead from Donkey Kong Country 3, where you couldn't play as Donkey Kong. When I was just trying it out. This is as far as I've gotten, by the way. Just getting to that barrel. I had Dixie as my part. So, right, you can get any of the 4 Kongs. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm just like learning how to play. Oh, that'll be a little interesting. You know, oh, they said you could change the Kong color too, couldn't you? Hey, look at that, you can change the tie and stuff. I guess you're playing multiplayer, that means you can have different colors. That's cool. Because this does support 2-player, by the way. So yeah, not only does it support being able to play on a Super Nintendo controller, it supports 2-player. Oh, weird. I don't know why it rolled. But yeah, there's a couple differences I'm noticing from the original Super Nintendo controls. And not that they're bad, it just means I'll have to get used to them. Again, not being like, the controls aren't exactly the same. I don't like this anymore. It's like, it's fine. But for instance, like, you can't pick someone up and then jump with them. It just doesn't work. You know, you can throw them upwards. And I feel like you... But that's a little weird. Wait, why was it... Weird, it was just like auto-picking him up for a second. Whatever, it's fine. Things are going fine. And then you can see, like, there's rats from this, you know, the third game here along while even though we're in like a Donkey Kong Country 1 style jungle. Actually, except the background is from Donkey Kong Country 3, like the Rockies. I can't get up. Man, I kind of wish, like, I mean, this is a great show to be like, look, it's Donkey Kong playing with Kiddy Kong. Crazy! But I kind of wish I had Diddy or Dixie just so I could, like, throw them up higher, because presumably they're still lighter. Oh, I can do this, though. You know, and just like I said, like, the intro... Dang it, stupid Santa hat is... There, maybe I put the pom-pom over the earpiece of the headphone. Maybe that'll stay a little better. I don't know. I was saying something very super important, I'm sure, before I got distracted. Oh, right. That, like... I mean, you look at this, right? And it's very clearly, like, the Donkey Kong Country 1 jungle. And it's very clearly the Donkey Kong Country 3, like, Rockies background. But correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't it look a lot cleaner and nicer than the Super Nintendo version? I could be wrong about that, but, like, it just looks like a little cleaned up. And maybe I'm wrong, but... I mean, you can kind of tell, like, where that tree that, you know, is right above Donkey Kong right now, like, sort of, you know, see how it's sticking out a little bit because it's being put on this other background that it wasn't supposed to be with, but it's fine. Why does he keep jumping on me? Kiddy, I know you want some, like, a piggyback ride, but you gotta stop this, man. No. Don't hit me. Okay, we got our save barrels. So no, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Why are you not switching? There we go. If I'm like, oh no, I got hit. Yeah, so it randomizes who you get from your barrel. So it's not just that, like, this level is, you know, the Donkey Kong and Kiddy Kong level. It just randomizes which partner you get, which is really awesome. Because then you can, like, purposely get hit to try and switch big. Okay, well, we have 2 heavy characters now, so let's, you know, get someone lighter that I can throw a bit higher, like that. Interesting. This is the first level, and I'm already very excited about this game. And it works the same. Oh, that's a little different, too. Let me kill this bird, and then I'll get back to you in a second. And I did see that DK bear going up there. Don't you fret. Why... It's like, when I'm standing on top of each other, if I jump, it's like picking him up automatically. Weird. Oh, well, probably just a little quirk of the program. That's fine. Because, yes, this is a computer program. It is not a ROM hack. It is not running on... You know, it doesn't run on Super Nintendo hardware. It does not run with a Super Nintendo emulator. It is its own game. Just like, you know, it's the same way Super Mario All-Star Attack was. You know, this is a computer game. So I assume it's just a little quirk of the programming, how that works. But I am also noticing, for those who play it, again, this isn't a problem, it's just something to get used to. When you're switching like this, you're basically switching, you know, the same way it did in the original, right? You're just swapping positions. But I did notice when you're running... Yeah, see, like, because normally it just, you know, in the original game, like, you're here, and then it goes whoop, and just swaps. This one, if you're right next to each other, that's how it works. But if you're kind of running and you're far ahead, like, look, I'm at the tree, and now I'm back under the barrel. So it kind of like, if you're got a big space, you kind of go zzz and meet in the middle. Again, not a problem, but good to know. Because, like, if you tried switching, maybe, like, like, if you jumped over and then hit here and then switched immediately, maybe you'd fall into the pit, so... Yeah, it's odd that, like, when I jump in the same spot as someone, it's, automatically picking them up, but, hey! There you go, Donkey Kong Country 1 with Diddy Kong, getting a DK coin. It looks good to me so far. Oh, it was blinking. Ooh, bananas. I'll take that. Alright. Now... That's... Just a minute. Is that... Huh. If I hit the... No, okay. I'm still learning that, as you can see, I'm still figuring out the controls myself, because I've never... I said I played, like, 10 seconds of the game just to see if it worked. So there's something weird with the controller. I mean, and that's something for me to figure out. That's, you know, but it's, like, not mapping properly. Like, on the ground it is, right? Because, like, you hit the Y button, you roll. You hit the B button, you jump. And you hit the X button, you jump. If you hit the L and R, you do the rolling on the other person thing. If you hit the A button, you pick them up. But on the animal, like, you got B, you got Y, you got X to jump off, but when you hit A to charge up, you just jump off too. But clearly that's not a... Yeah, because if I use the keyboard controls, you can charge. Aww. Well, I mean, a good big fig. I mean, I guess. Hello, extra lives in a bonus area, but good to know. Yeah, I mean, I'll look at that on my own, I guess, next time when I'm not on stream, but no need to futz with the controls now, because it works well enough, but I assume that is... I wonder if I have to use, like, the PS5 controller, maybe that'll map it. Whoa! Collect the hearts, okay. But look, they're hearts because we love this game already, which is true. Like, yeah, I'm having a little bit of controller issues, but... Like, the fact that I can already play it fine as is, except for one button, without me even futzing with anything, is already great. You know, compared to, you know... I mean, they eventually got to it, but you remember, like, in Super Mario All-Star Attack, when you couldn't even use a Super Nintendo controller at first, and it took a bit to get to that stage. Now, that said, this is, as I said, the 2.1 edition, so this has fixed, like, over 100 bugs that other people have found. Doesn't look like... Hey, just seeing if there's anything, like, you know, land on the top of the flagpole to get a flag or something, but no, it's just get to the end. Does it matter who we are? Can we do our boop, 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 boop? Yeah, we can. But yeah, that should be a good introduction to the you know, that is what Donkey Kong Country, the trilogy, is about. You've got all the Kongs, and all, like, we got banana coins from the third game, we got Donkey Kong, you know, DKC coins, we've got, oh, interesting, I'm in the way. I figured being in the bottom right wouldn't matter, but it does for a second. Whoop. You can see down in the bottom, on this level, we have the exclamation point. So, presumably, it was just the one bonus level. We got the DK coins, and they keep track of the Kong letters. Nice. More collectibles is good collectibles. I'm gonna have to get used to, like, on Sunny Paradise, I'm like, it doesn't have an exclamation point. Like, it does, as you can see behind me, but... So that is what... Oh, actually behind me, too. If you do that, you can see it in full color. If I do this, because of the green screen, it's all grayed out looking for you. But that's just the green screen. But I think that's a good showcase, right? Of like, this is what the game is about. It's the base mechanics of all three games smooshed together. And that is great. Let's continue with Dangerous Crossing. Yeah, it's just so weird, because like normally, like this type of level, you'd be playing as Dixie and Kiddy. And yet here we are as Donkey and Diddy. What is the world coming to? It's coming to great stuff is what it's coming to. Do I need to worry about... Huh. Oh, I guess the TNT barrel, maybe? I say, do I have to worry about... Because I saw that steel barrel. Now, what I don't know... So clearly it's like, yes, you have to collect, you know, Donkey Kong coins. Will they also have them... Oh, interesting. They don't explode when you set them down. Well, okay, why is that not breaking? Like, I jumped... Do you have to be Kiddy? Like, are we... Is Donkey Kong too skinny for this? Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Like, that should break it, just jumping on it, right? I set the TNT barrel on it. All right, so let's be like... Oh, no, we have an air timer. Oh, no, we lost Donkey Kong. Now, it could just give us Donkey Kong again, or it could give us Dixie. I was seeing if it gives us Kiddy, I can check. Nah, okay. Weird. Maybe if I throw him? I think that worked in DK, the viewer Trixie with Kiddy. Okay, there you go. You can throw him. That works. Ooh. So normally you just be like, it's just for the O, it's just for a life. No, but the game keeps track of it. I need all my collectibles. Bop. Just looking in the water, seeing if there's any secrets. Yeah, there's something a little weird with my controller. It keeps, like the A button specifically, which we knew because of the animals, but it like if you're wondering like, why did you pick them up there? I'm not trying to. It's just, it is doing it. And then not working for that, right? So, like anything up here? No, should I back? Let's backtrack to the start. There could be, oh, let's not backtrack. Like, let's look at the beginning, see if there's anything hidden in there. And that's like, no snakes allowed. Okay. Well, I have to say, so far, too. Well, wait a minute. That started charging. Whoa. So if I hold the B button, which is normally just the jump, right? It's doing a charge up. It's like holding the B button is acting as if I'm hitting the A button. Which is okay. I mean, like in a way it works because then it's like, wow, hey, I don't have to reach over to the keyboard. I can just be like, let's hold the thing and boing. On the other hand, it does make like jumping kind of hard. I guess if I just tap it, it works, so, huh. Well, I sort of solved my controller problems. Anyways, what I was gonna say was... Oh, I actually, I'm curious. Is that why... Yes! That's not just on animals. That's why it keeps holding him, right? Because, like, if I just tap the button, I'm jumping. But if I hold the button, it counts as the A button for some reason. Okay, well, I'll investigate that. But we figured it out, so that's cool. Oh, my snake didn't come along. Grab banana. Okay, oh, this is... Come on. I will say it is, what I was going to talk about before I got distracted again by figuring out what was wrong and then doing the whole animal stuff. this does feel very, what's the word I'm looking? Very, like, vanilla in its level design, which is a very good thing. Again, like you hear that and you're like, oh, you're calling it vanilla, you must. No, I think this is really well designed. That, like, I'm playing these, and, like, yes, obviously I know they are not Donkey Kong Country levels, but, like, they feel like Donkey Kong Country levels. Right, like, they feel the way a Donkey Kong Country, like, 1 or 2 or 3 level would play. Like, there's nothing, like, super crazy where it's like, oh, bees out of nowhere, and you have to do these crazy trick jumps, right? Like, it's just... And again, you know, that might change. As we learned, you know, with Donkey Kong Country, the Lost Levels, things were pretty normal at the start, and then got kind of crazy. Come on. There we go. But at least right now... there we go. We'll give Donkey Kong a chance to win a level. Oh, that's cool that they give him a little... Because, you know, they didn't do the music thing at the first one. That's nice. They give him a little music. His dance. So yeah, it looks nice and it's got good level design. Okay, we got everything in there. Wait, we can go up. Oh, the Funky's Travels. Well, let's go in. Let's see. Yeah, he's got the good song. I'm just trying to see what all the things. So there's like Kremlin, 90% off. You meet the caves. Good surprises. The vacation of your dreams, Funky Kong. A master of the coins. I love bananas. He doesn't charge you for it. That's nice. I mean, we can't go anywhere because we've only at the first level, but still, that's nice that you get it for free. All right, sales at night. Funky Kong's Delight. And we got Snaky Shanty, yes. Was there ever a nighttime version of this background in Donkey Kong Country 3? Because I'm not remembering one. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Maybe there was and I just don't remember it, but like... It is very nice looking. Actually, I wonder. So if I do this, I'm just wondering if I can... Okay, yeah, that's why. Because I was saying, like, oh, you can't jump up while holding your partner in the first one. And I'm like, wait, if there's a problem with my B button, and it thinks I'm hitting the A button, that's why. So if I have to... How do I do it, though? Like that. Okay, so I can throw upwards if I need to, like in an emergency. It is not easy to do on the controller, but I can do it. Or not on the, you know what I mean. It is not easy to do on the keyboard, but I can do it if need be. Okay, boink, boink. I mean, I assume we'll get up there later, so I'm not gonna bother throwing people up now. I mean, I kind of just want to see if I can... Like, it's cool that you get random people. I like that. But I am wondering if you need specific people ever. Like, are we ever gonna, like, you know, need Dixie's hair twirl for getting a thing? Yeah, like, actually right here, because there's, like, a sparkle. Which is just bananas, I guess, but like you can't get that as, you know, Diddy Kong. I'm wondering if there's gonna be a way that you can like force yourself to get a certain companion if you need one. Because that could be the one, you know, drawback to this that I could see. Hey. If you're like, oh, you know, we lost Diddy and we need to, like, we have to get Dixie for a hair twirl, but, like, we go back and we're looking for a DK barrel, and if it gives us, like, Kiddy Kong, like, I'm wondering if there will be a way, like, on the overworld or something to, like, pick a, you know, maybe there'll be, like, a You know, like, it's something like, you know, top secret level from, you know, Mario World. I hope there is. Because, like, okay, it's like, okay, we got Diddy back, hooray. But, like, well, what if we didn't want Diddy? What if we wanted, you know... I'm gonna jump on you. Right. Jumping is hard. I know. Okay, fine, I'll use the keyboard. Oh, nice. It actually respawned after a while. Rather than just bouncing infinitely, forever and ever. Ah, come back, it's too fast. I still don't see a way up there. Are we supposed to be up there? Go with yes. TNT barrel, Hey, you. Give me stuff. What? Hey, buddy. Give me stuff. Yeah. You got wrecked, son. That was what I was worried about. If you're like, what just happened? That's... I switched partners, but because it does not switch directly, and instead meets halfway if you're not right next to each other, it switched, but it met me, like, it met over the air, and I fell down a hole. So yeah, that was what I was worrying about earlier. Luckily it didn't kill us, you know, learning experience, but don't switch near a ledge. It's dangerous. I feel like that's like a propaganda poster in the Donkey Kong universe. Don't switch near the ledge. Your buddy might not be at the edge. Whatever, I can still enjoy the beautiful scenery. Hey, there we go. There's the DKC2 team. Oh, now there's something up there to get. But I don't want to. I wanted these guys. Oh, there's just more bananas. Okay, so if I do... No. There we go. This guy! Hopefully because it's still early, he's only gonna give us like a life balloon if we get him to the end or something. Yeah. Again, that was because I jumped and it hit the A button. So I didn't actually jump. Well, we missed a heck of a lot. Ooh, that gives the DK coin. Well, I'll finish the level then and... Oh, we never got a bonus level. That's where the O and N are gonna be, huh? Okay, let's try this again. If I were an O and... Nice that it does keep them between levels. So, okay. That's okay then that we lost, because we learned a thing. Well, we didn't lose, you know what I mean. Like, we didn't beat the level right away. Because now we know that you keep the K, like the letters that you find. You know, the same way you keep, like, the DK coin. Alright, alright. Huh. Oh, it froze for a second. I guess I start selected out, but I don't know why the barrel wasn't shooting me. Alright, so this TNT barrel, right? If I were a secret level that needed a TNT barrel, it'd be right here. There we go. Well, no, but we did get the O. So that's progress. We got something. Not what we were looking for, but... I mean, I guess we were looking for the O, so... I can't complain that much. We still need the N. Barrel. Use it. Oh, again, it picked up instead of jumped. I don't... Like, it seems at least if you're running... What about over there? What about over there? Oh, you can't pound as Kiddy. Oh, wait, is that it right? Wait a minute, wait. Did I just see it above me? I did. We are gonna have to do this though, right? Jump, throw, up, keyboard. Okay, it works. It's a little janky, but it works. Destroy them all. Okay. I mean, at least they give you the TNT back. I figured you'd get one for free. Like, in a way, it's nicer than the original game where they're just like, okay, you used your TNT. Now you have to kill the rest normally. That said, I think it'll just be faster to do this. No end, though. Well, okay. Yeah, I was talking about, like, do you need specific Kongs to get specific things? What if the N is up there? What if we need Donkey Kong for this? So we're like, okay, well, I will check off the edge, because might as well, but... N? Is there an N about? No, there's not. Alright. So let's try to lose Kiddy to get Donkey Kong, and then see if we can pound that spot if the N's inside. Alright, we're back. We might have died in the process, but we got to where we needed to be with the people we needed to be. Step 1, up here. Step 2, switch. Step 3, I see you sparkle. No, that's bananas. So, where's the N? We're just a cog in the machine at the moment. They're like hiding up here somewhere? Like right there? That could be a place it's hiding, right? Oh, I do see actually a thing. I see a sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle. Oh. This would be a lot easier if I got this to work. It's fine. Oh. Well, okay, it wasn't the sparkle, it was just above the thing, but still. Losing my Santa hat, but still, we found it, so that's everything. All the letters, all the bonuses, all the DK things. I mean, sure, we're only 3 levels in, but we're on track to 100% the game. You're like, oh yes, I have been such a good boy and or girl. What is my present? Well, let me introduce you. Uh-oh.